Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Access on your Android or iPhone. I get asked this at least once a week, including from Derrick from Atlanta, Georgia, one of my gold members. Derrick says, what is the best way to use my Access database on my phone? I don't always want to lug a laptop around with me or pull one out while I'm talking to a client at their house. I'd love to be able to just whip out my phone and look up their orders, product pricing, etc., and even put a new order in the system for them. Like I said, this is a very common question. I get this all the time. So let's take a look at some options. Now, unfortunately, there is no native app from Microsoft to run Access on an Android or iOS device. There are a few apps in the Android store that claim to read and write Access files, but I don't recommend any of them, and the reviews on most of them aren't that great. So for me, I don't really consider this an option. Plus, these don't actually connect to your Access database as it is in your Office. You have to copy the database file to your phone, and the app will read and write the Access file. So again, not really an option for me. Now, one solution is to build a web-based interface using an online server and a web programming language. I use SQL Server and ASP. Now, this involves taking your Access data, your tables, and moving them up to a hosted online SQL Server database. You can then construct an interface using some kind of a web language like ASP. I actually show how to do this in my Access SQL Online seminar. I'll put a link to that down below. This is actually what my website is built with. Now, this is the most time-consuming option and involves a good deal of work, but it would provide you with an interface that you can use in any web browser. You can offer it to the public, and once the data is moved up to the web server, you can still connect to it using your Access desktop database. So this is a good solution if you want to spend a lot of time developing it. Now, a much simpler solution, and one that involves very little setup work, is to connect to your database using remote connectivity software. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. It's very easy to connect to your existing Access database on the computer it's running using your phone or a tablet or some other device with just some remote connectivity software. Now, one of the downsides to this method is that you have to have a live internet connection for it to work. It should work just fine over a Wi-Fi or cellular connection. I use mine all the time. But you won't be able to use it if you're in an area with no internet. The database doesn't actually get copied down to your phone. You have to have a live connection to it. Also, you may have issues if your connection has high latency. That's how long it takes for the information to go from your phone to your office computer and back again. For example, if you're on an airplane or a cruise ship at sea, even if you have Wi-Fi, the connection might not be good enough, so you'll have to try it and see. Also, you have to leave your office computer running that has your database on it so that you can connect into it. So it's got to be on 24/7. I put a little star there because there is an alternative. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Now, the pro side of this is there's nothing extra to buy. You don't need any additional software. The software I'm going to show you is free, and you don't have to pay for any online hosting for an SQL server, for example. It's also extremely easy to set up and use. I'm going to show you how in just a few minutes. The only thing you might want to do is redesign some of your forms to make them look better on your phone, which we'll talk about that in a few minutes as well. Now, there are a million different ways to connect to your PC remotely. There's Windows Remote Desktop that's built into Windows. There are applications like VNC. The one that I personally recommend and use myself is Google Chrome Remote Desktop. It's free, it's very easy to use, and they've got versions for your PC, Android, and iOS. You can use it on your iPhone, your Android phone, your iPad, your tablet, whatever. Now, setting up Chrome Remote Desktop is super simple. I cover how to do it in my new Windows PC setup. If you just want to watch the section on setting up Chrome Remote Desktop, just skip ahead to time index 2521. But again, I'll put a link to this video down below in the description as well. It's real easy. It only takes a few seconds to set up on your computer, then you install it on your phone, and you're good to go. Now, I mentioned earlier there's an option if you don't want to leave your office computer running 24/7. You can set up a virtual PC either on a server in your office or on some place like Amazon Workspaces. This basically creates a Windows virtual PC that exists on their server, and you can connect to it and install Microsoft Access and your database and run it from there. I'll be making a video explaining how to do this in the near future. But that's just an option if you don't want to leave your computer at the office running all the time so you can connect into it. Okay, so now go get Chrome Remote Desktop working, get it installed on your computer, get it running on your phone, and then come on back. Okay, so we're back. We got Chrome Remote Desktop working now. Now, this is my Tech Help free template. This is the database that's free. You can download a copy from my website if you want to. This is the database I use in pretty much all my classes here on Tech Help. Now, my goal is to get this guy working on my phone. So, I got a customer list, right? I can open up a customer from there. All right, and then, of course, there's orders and contacts. Well, we'll just do the customer information for now. Once I show you how to do this, you'll see it's real super simple. Okay? I'm going to connect into this using Remote Desktop from my phone now. Okay, here I am on my phone. I'm actually using screen recording software to record my PC screen, which is connected to my Android phone, which is going to be connected back to my PC screen. So it's kind of crazy, but you'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. Okay, I'm going to start up Remote Desktop. I got a couple different workstations on here, and of course, one of my computers is named Spock. That's my travel laptop. But I'm going to connect into my workstation, which is where my Access database resides. So I'm going to tap on Workstation. It'll do its thing connecting. Okay, and there we go. We're connected. Now you can see my phone is looking right at my desktop Access application that's sitting on my computer. You can scroll around by just clicking and dragging with your finger, or tapping and dragging, or whatever they call it. All right, you can pinch and zoom to zoom in and out, just like you can with any normal, like a picture or something on your phone. Okay. So the goal is to get your database right in that window there so you can see it and work with it. Now what you want to do is you want to use the menu, which is up top, and it's hard to get to it. You have to use 3 fingers. All right, 3 fingers, and then tap and drag down. You'll see that menu across the top there. Okay, it goes away pretty quickly if you don't do something with it. So drop that down, and you might see that as a little mouse. Now, see how I got the mouse icon? As I move around, it moves that little mouse pointer. You don't want that. That's the default mode. Because then you got to click where you want that to go, and it's a mess. So trust me, do this. 3 fingers, click and drag it down. Switch that mouse over to a finger. All right, now as you move it around, okay, you can tap on the fields that you want. So, for example, I can click on the customer form. Let me zoom in a little bit, right? Click on customer form, and then I can drag it over here, and I can click on last name. Okay, see how that works? And if you want the keyboard up, you just, again, 3 fingers, tap and drag down, tap that keyboard icon up top there. Okay, and now you can come over here. You can use the backspace, right? Change stuff. Okay. Now, the goal really is, let me turn the keyboard off there. The goal really is to design a form in your Access database that fits properly in that little window there. These forms here that I've been building are kind of horizontal in nature. So all you really got to do is just design a form that looks good on your phone, right? Not that hard. Okay, so let's go back to Access here. And I'm going to close this guy. What I like to do is I like to make 2 versions of the forms. One for desktop users, one for phone users. Or for me if I'm on my phone. All right, so I'm going to take my customer F, my customer form here. All right, let's copy and paste that. Control-C, Control-V. Let's make this customer phone F. All right, we'll format this for the phone. All right, right-click. Design view. Now this is just a matter of, I can't give you an exact measurement, all right? You just got to kind of set it up the way you want to see it. So maybe like this. Leave room for your keyboard down on the bottom. Okay, so don't make it the whole width, width and size of the phone. Leave a little room on the bottom down there. So again, just optimize this for use on a phone. All right, for right now, I'm just going to get rid of these buttons. And I'm just going to slide this stuff here up and to the left like that. Okay, maybe get rid of that. And let's just slide this stuff up a little bit. Make it nice and compact. All right, city right there. Address, right, state, zip, Get you in there like that. Country. All right, maybe take these guys and slide them this way. All right, now there's going to be some fields that you might not necessarily ever need when you're on the road. I don't care about these things, right? Maybe I care about credit limit. All right, so I'll put credit limit over here. And we'll slide it right just like that. All right, maybe that's important to know what their credit limit is when you're sitting there talking to the customer. Family size customer sense, never need it when I'm on the road. Okay? Notes, slide that down under here like this. All right, there you go. If you got any other things you want to put down here, go ahead. Make sure you leave yourself enough room. Okay, and then save it, close it, and now open it up. And there's your form that you can use when you're on your phone. Let's take a look and see what this looks like on my phone. Okay, a little better, right? Resize it, pinch in a little bit, get it right up there. 3-finger pull down, got plenty of room for the keyboard underneath it, and right there we go. See? And now I can work with it just perfectly. Okay. Now, I personally hate to try to have to use these little navigation buttons to move through the records like this. So let's bring in our customer list form as well. Let's build this guy. So let's close this. Let's copy customer list. This will be my customer list phone, F. All right, open you up. Right-click, design view. Now for this one, I'm going to get rid of this open customer button. All right, follow with me here. I'm going to get rid of these fields. I don't need to see them on my phone. And I'm going to make everything just a little bit bigger so it's easier to tap on. All right, so I'm going to make this bigger here. I'm going to select all this stuff here and make these fields larger like that. Just makes them easier to tap on. Okay, make the font a little bit bigger if you want. All right, 14. This can probably be smaller. Let's see here. This doesn't need to be that big unless you got really big customer IDs. All right, we'll take this. We'll slide it like that. Okay, bring that over here like this. Now, if you watch my video where I built the Tech Help Free template, you know I put an on double-click event in this little box right here. So when you double-click on this, right, it runs this event procedure, and it opens up that customer with a couple of lines of code. Right? It's not that hard to do. Go watch my Intro to VBA class, too, if you haven't watched that yet. VBA is very simple to learn. A couple lines of code, you can do lots of stuff. But what I want for my form on the phone is that I don't want this to have to be a double click. Just a single tap will do it. All right, so we're going to come over here and we're going to change this from on double click to just on click. Click on a computer with a mouse is the same as a tap with a phone. All right, so come into on click, hit the dot, dot, dot button, right? And we're just going to move this stuff, cut, Control X, and paste up there. Now it's just an on click. All right, save it, close this. Let's close this. And now we'll open up our customer list. And again, we'll get this guy positioned where we want it for our phone, right? Save that. And now if I just tap here, it'll open up that. Oh, wrong one, though. We opened up the wrong form. Let's go back to our code window. Right-click, design view, go into our code. And we have to make this now open up our customer phone F. Same thing, where the customer ID equals the customer that you tap on. All right, save it. Let's close it. Close that. Open it up again, and now tap, and it'll open that one up. And get these lined up right over the top of each other like that. And then save it. All right, close that, close that. Open it, right? Tap, and you close that one. And then you click on that one, tap, it opens up right over the top of it, see? And those should work right on your phone. Let's go check. Actually, one more thing I want to do. I'm going to put a button right here so I can very easily get into my phone form. Right, I'll just copy the Hello World button, copy, paste. I'm going to slide you up here. I'll just put a big phone button right there. Right? Tap on this guy when you're on your phone. You can make it look however you want it to look. I'm making it big and gaudy for class. All right, save it. Now, right-click, build event. Okay, we're going to say in here, do command dot open form customer list phone F. That's it. See, one little simple line of code. VB's easy, right? If you're sticking with me for these tech help videos, you're going to learn a little VB from time to time. It's so much easier than using macros or the wizards. Okay, now When the database opens up, when you connect to it, all right, phone, tap. See? Let's go try it from remote desktop. Okay, I'm connected in with remote desktop again. There's my database. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, move it over, tap my phone button. Okay, now I'm going to center right over that. Let's get it right in there. And again, you'll have to do some trial and error to get these forms exactly the way you want them. But I have mine for my personal database. It's perfect. I got all the forms exactly the way I want them. But now watch how easy. I just tap on Jean-Luc, and his customer form opens up. Right? See that? Tap to close it. Tap on me. See? And you can very easily put other buttons on the customer form to open up the order form or your contacts form. Right? But it's very simple to just make your own little navigation to go through your app. And now it looks like it's a phone app. Right? You're just using remote desktop to connect to your Access database on your computer. That's it. It's super simple. It's easy. We set this up in, 20 minutes? Not hard to do. Right? That wasn't even 20 minutes. That was like 15 minutes. And most of that was just me yapping. So there you go. There you have it. That is my easiest way to be able to use Microsoft Access on your phone or tablet. You just set up remote desktop software. You connect to it. You set up separate forms optionally. Right? You don't have to. You could still use this on your phone if you want to. But I like to set up customized phone forms, just like these. And that's it. Super simple to do. If you want to learn more in the extended cut for members, it's over 90 minutes long. I show a lot of cool stuff. We don't end up keeping all of it because there's some issues and some problems. But like I try to build this whole full screen keyboard here thing, and it works fantastic for text fields. But there's some problems when you get into like date fields and stuff. So, but the techniques and stuff, the cool stuff that I show you is definitely worth it. There's lots of neat stuff in the extended cut. We do end up keeping this version where we use the Android keyboard, and I add some special keys on here inside the form. This is an actual subform right up here. So all the form navigation happens inside this single subform. So you click on customer list, you go to the customer list. You click on a customer, you open up the customer record. And you can put other buttons across the top here, like open up orders and stuff. And I do keep some of the special keys, page up, page down. That's handy for going up and down in a continuous form like the customer list, so you don't have to click on the scroll bar. The left and edit buttons, tab and shift tab to go back and forth between the fields. So we do keep some of the special keys, but I don't always keep all of these. But there's lots of cool stuff. I teach you all kinds of different functions, things I haven't even covered in my developer class. It's definitely worth the 90 minutes. It's a good video. Well, I had a lot of fun making it. So if you want to learn more, silver members and up get access to the extended cut videos, and of course gold members can download these templates from my website that I make in the Tech Help videos. How do you become a member? Click the join button below the video. After you click the join button, you'll see a list of all the different types of membership levels that are available. Silver members and up will get access to all of the extended cut Tech Help videos, live video and chat sessions, and more. Gold members get access to a download folder containing all the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus access to my full beginner courses and some of my expert courses. These are the full-length courses found on my website and not just for Access. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, ASP, and lots more. But don't worry, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to post any comments that you have. I do read them all. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Click on the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of building databases with Access. It's over 3 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. And it's also free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and you can send me your question there. Click here to watch my free Access Beginner Level 1 course, more of my Tech Help videos, or to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video from AccessLearningZone.com.